Alright, so today I have my SVT Lightning here, and the seats, as in most Lightnings, are just looking pretty tough these days. It's been 20 something years since these were new, and this Alcantara, Suede, faux Suede, whatever you want to call it, this stuff that's right here, it's in Cobras and Lightnings. On the areas where it's not getting touched, it looks great. You can see there's no little fuzzies, everything's clean, looks good right here. But as you get down into the bolsters right here, this is the side bolster, and then down at the bottom, and especially right here, that's its own problem. That's not going away today without a new seat cover. But this business we can get fixed up. It's here, it's there, and there's even some on the passenger seat too. So we're just gonna try a couple of the more common methods. There's like a fabric shaver way, and then there's also a sandpaper method. I'm not crazy about taking sandpaper to my seats, you know, it feels like that's just like forcibly wearing them out. But we're gonna try out both techniques, and you can decide which one you like the best. All right, so on my truck, this is the passenger side now. It's a little less severe, but basically we have this little parting line right here. That's gonna be my line between the two different methods. I'm gonna use the shaver on this side, and I'm gonna use the sandpaper on this side, and we'll kind of see how it turns out. All right, so this is what I have. It's a little Conair, crappy, you know, basically sweater shaver. And so we're gonna power it up, see how it goes. All right, and now I'm going to switch over to some 1500. All right, so that literally took like probably a minute per section, something like that. This was the shaver, and this side was the sandpaper, and I really can't find a difference between those two. I think it looks really quite good on both sides. You know, potentially more time spent would get even more off of there, but I really don't want to just remove material just to remove material. I want it just to look good or very good and move on. So yeah, I mean, I think it looks really nice. I would say either of these two options is basically the same. The sandpaper leaves the fuzzies in the vehicle, so you're gonna have to vacuum it up, whereas this guy mostly captures all the little pieces. You can see them in there. So yeah, I don't know. I got a link for this guy, or maybe one similar, in the description, but yeah, you can see what all it takes off. And so anyway, I'm probably going to, you know, hit some of those trouble spots, take a couple before and afters, and we'll see how it all turns out when it's done. All right, so it took probably, I don't know, 15 minutes, maybe a half hour to go through and get all the little trouble spots, basically where you slide in and out, that cause problems. And I think it looks quite a bit better. This area was pretty tough. This right here was pretty bad, and you can see there's, you know, limited to none of those little fuzzies. And on the other side, looks a little tougher, but I had to stay away from that hole there, and so yeah, it just I had to do all this part. Was pretty rough. Looks quite a bit better now. Same over here, looks a lot better. So between the two, the shaver and the sandpaper, they each do the job well. The shaver is good for like really rough, like if you've never done it before, the shaver will just take, you know, the most of it off of there. But then it is kind of nice to go back over with the sandpaper. You know, you don't have to spend forever on it, but just kind of take off. The sandpaper is good for like these edges that are kind of hard to get in near the actual leather, or like down here, you can't really get the shaver down in there. So anyway, they both kind of serve their purpose, and I think it looks way better. You know, I'd never done it to this truck. I'm kind of shy about doing stuff like that because I'm like, oh, I just want to ruin the original seats. I don't want to piss around with that, but honestly, they look really good. And I would recommend that to basically anybody who's got that going on. If you did it more regular, not like once every, shoot, I've owned this truck for 10 years now. If I would have done it, you know, maybe every couple of years, it wouldn't have been so bad. But anyway, we'll stay more on top of it now, and hope you can use it on your truck. Thanks for watching.